You're a business person and you're asking yourself, when would I use interrater agreement statistics? I'll give you two examples. First, you can use interrater agreement statistics to assess agreement among respondents. This application has a number of relevant contexts. I'll give you an example from a human resources context. Much of what goes on in HR, from recruitment and selection to training and performance evaluation to compensation, is based on job analyses. Imagine that you're gearing up to hire for several open positions for a particular job, and you need to write a new job specification and job description, but you're not too sure what it is the people who have this job now are doing. So you do a job analysis. You survey each job incumbent, asking them to tell you what their tasks are, what their duties and responsibilities are, what the physical demands of the job are, and what experience and education they have. You use interrater agreement statistics to assess the extent to which job incumbents agree that a given task, etc., is part of the job. You'll likely want to focus the job description and specification on things that people agree are relevant to the job. Second, you can use interrater agreement statistics to assess groups and teams. This application too would be relevant in a number of contexts. I'll give you an example from a teamwork context. There are a number of things that go into teams being able to perform consistently at a high level. One critical factor is trust. Individuals need to be able to trust their teammates. Imagine that you're a team leader, and knowing how important trust is to team performance, you decide to assess the level of trust team members have in their team. So you survey each team member, asking them the extent to which they agree with statements like, I trust my teammates, I feel comfortable speaking up in meetings, my teammates are reliable, etc. Ideally, you'll find that everyone agrees that trust in the team is high. In order to know whether the team is in this state, you need to know the mean of trust perceptions across individuals, and you need to know the extent to which individuals agree with each other in their trust perceptions. You use iterator agreement statistics to assess how much individuals agree. If you find that there's not a high level of agreement, or perhaps if agreement is just not perfect, it may be illuminating to look at the distribution of individuals' trust perceptions. You might see a skewed distribution, for example, where most people in the team have a high degree of trust in the team, but one person has a very low degree of trust. You might see a bimodal distribution, where half the team has a high degree of trust and half the team has a low degree of trust. You could see a uniform distribution, where every person on the team has a different perception of how trustworthy the team is. Or you could see a subgroup distribution, where most of the team agrees in how trustworthy the team is, but a subgroup holds a different perception. You can plot these points in a graph to see the distribution. You can also use interrater agreement statistics to assess how closely your distribution of trust perceptions fits a defined distribution like the one showed here. So again, two applications of interrater agreement statistics are to assess agreement among respondents and to assess groups and teams.